of The Bad Batch.
This was a good episode of The Bad Batch. I really enjoyed this episode. This is the episode we've been talking about. It's about the Republic, how the Omega was in it for like 5 seconds. Okay, whatever. But this is about the Republic, how they're furthering their hold and their influence on other planets, and how the senators are working with them.
Yes, the background. That's what we've been wanting. We want the Empire. Like if it's placed right after Order 66, I want to see how
you're manipulating people
together.
And how you get how are this few people controlling this many people across the galaxy.
Like galaxy, okay?
You know, not even the planet.
Yeah.
The galaxy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you hear the scale of it though. Like they dropped 200,000 clone troopers on this planet. But still 200,000 people on a planet? How many people on this planet?
Yeah.
You know, so how do they control all these people? That's what I want to learn. You know?
Right.
So it was good to watch it. You see that, one of the guys who's a clone trooper in this, I forget his name. Anyway, he takes his mask off. He's a clone trooper. He works with them. And he's kind of torn. He's like, you know, when they were trying to go after the little girl, he's like, she's just a little girl. So they're not mindless.
Yeah.
Wrong,
no, I'm just saying it's the Empire.
It's the
It's
Empire.
a serious situation.
Yeah, but they're not mindless drones, right? They still think, you know, Order 66 happened and they're supposed to do what they're supposed to do, but they're still able to think and process things. So he was kind of, you know, trying to help the girl out and all kind of stuff with her father. And then the uncle was crazy. He had her like going spying and stuff. And he's like, how you got my daughter spying?
Right.
And I don't know about it.
Yeah.
You know, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, no, this episode was fantastic. This was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, because it really did the background. Like that's what we've been waiting for instead of like these little like adventures. And we're on episode 11 and we got 5 more episodes left.
Yeah, it's going to start getting better now because it's getting close to the end. You know, another good thing about this is for all the people that watch Rebels. Of course, Hera was in this. When she was a kid in this, of course, and Hera is the leader of the Rebel Force group in Rebels. And Rebels, of course, is after episode what? Rebels is after episode. Rebels is between 4 and 5? No. Yeah, well, somewhere between 4 and 6 is Rebels. Something like that. Anyway, so it is good to watch that and to see how she got older. And of course, she's going to meet the kid who was in the very first episode of The Bad Batch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was good to see that. You get a little context and stuff like that, you know. A little something. I got a little kick out of it.
Little thing, because you watched Rebels. For me, I was like, oh, girl. A girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, she, it was good action because there was a lot more action. We got to see Crosshair, which was nice.
Crosshair was good. He was savage as usual.
Yes.
This one was PG, rated PG.
PG.
I went looking because last time we talked about it.
Yeah.
And because Crosshair straight up shot the dude in his head. They showed it.
Yeah, and they showed it. If you are not listening to the Empire, bop, next.
So I watched. I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Kids are watching this? He shot him in the head."
Yes, parental guidance.
Parental guidance.
So you have to watch your first guys before your kids.
Make sure you watch it first. They let the kids.
Yes.
Watch it. Nah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode, and you know, so we learned a lot of stuff. The Empire set it up to make it look like the one guy. I forget his name. I don't remember names good, but he was like the person the people respected. They respected him. And the guy
the orange guy?
The orange guy. The people respected him. And the senator, people didn't respect the senator, right?
The guy from last.
The one who got killed. It's a different senator. The guy who got killed, who got shot in the head. The people didn't respect him.
Okay.
So what the Empire did was they set it up to make it look like he assassinated him. Because remember, what happens is they killed him, and then they're like, arrest him for killing the senator.
Yeah.
So let's set it up because you got to discredit him because of people who follow him. So they're doing all kind of things behind the scenes, manipulating people, causing distrust. Right. I want to see all this.
I want the entire show to be the Empire.
This show should just been called like
the Empire.
Aftermath or something.
Aftermath.
The Empire or something.
The Empire.
Bad Batch thing was aight, but this stuff right here
is more interesting because I feel like the thing is, yeah, we had the Bad Batch, but what character development are we getting? Like, what connection? Like, yeah, we have Omega, but like, cool. We understand that Omega,
Boba Fett's sister,
right, is Jango Fett's daughter and stuff like that. And then, so now let's talk about the Bad Batch. What is Wrecker doing? What is Hunter? Like who? Like what is Echo bringing?
I mean, they're really
I barely see Echo and Tech. Like what are they bringing to the table?
They're really just like doing the arc of the week, right? Every week they got a mission. You know, Sid gives them a mission. They go do something. They come back. Sid gives them another mission. I mean, and they're paid up now. Their debts are paid off.
So we'll see what happens next.
So it's for today, this was great. They came in, they delivered the weapon sold to the guy, and they left, and it was perfect.
Right.
It was just enough. We didn't need any more of them, and it was good to see the world building. So
world building. That's what the show should have been. Yeah, like have the Bad Batch come in every other episode or something like that. Yeah. But have it, where it's the Empire, and then we see other people trying to fight the Empire, but they like bring in somebody else every episode or something like that.
This is great. This is great to see how they're building everything up.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Crosshairs. He's savage.
The Crosshair is great. He's a great character.
He got his new uniform too. It's all silver.
Yeah.
You're looking like Phasma.
You think so?
He looks like Phasma though. He has the same silver suit like Phasma.
So yeah, it could be like a connection.
A special type of I don't know. Maybe you're like a
material.
No, maybe you're like a I don't know, special ops or something.
Yeah,
I don't know something. Yeah. That's why you wear the silver one. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I enjoyed the episode. It was good.
I give it an 8.5.
Yeah, give it 9. I don't know. All the episodes, it's more surprising and it's more fun because episode 2 I really liked. So it's like anything with the Empire.
I loved it.
The last episode was good too. I remember.
The one before this was good as well. Yeah, this one was the best one.
It trend, not as much Omega. It's not like we don't hate. It's not like we don't like Omega. It's just that more things are presented when she's not in the episode.
Yeah, because they're trying to build her up for some big surprise. We know that the Geonosians want her back for her genetic material because she's a first generation clone, so they want her for genetic material. So we know that now. What are they gonna do about it? Are you gonna go confront the Geonosians or not? Or are you gonna keep running?
Right. What's gonna happen?
What's your plan?
But the only thing that's going, y'all need to go follow me on TikTok at Leia LAYAHAA. Because the only thing that's keeping me together is that theory that you told me about last week or the week before.
A couple weeks ago,
and where there's a possibility that Darth Vader could be in it. That would be great.
That would be the way.
That's the only thing that's keeping me going.
Like the last episode needs to do that.
Yeah. Last episode
should do that. If they put Vader in and have him just come out and wipe one of those guys out,
call it a day.
I'll be back for next season.
I would be back because then it would be about Darth Vader. Maybe not really, but it would still be about Bad Batch. Yeah. I can't wait till it's Darth Vader.
Darth Vader's out there right now at this time, wiping out the remaining Jedi.
Okay. Give me that show. You know what I mean, Dad? It's like...
Give me the Vader show.
You mean the Vader show?
Where he's hunting Jedi.
Hunting Jedi. Okay. The thing is, we're getting Obi-Wan, yes. But we're not... I already know in the Obi-Wan show, it's going to be very grounded and very getting to know Obi-Wan. And we're going to get glimpses and little bits of Darth Vader. And that's the problem. We only get like a little bit of Darth Vader.
I think the Obi-Wan show is going to be really... Same thing. Obi-Wan's gonna be going off world to do small missions.
Yeah.
Like because Luke's a kid, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say this is 10 years later after episode 3. So let's say Luke's 10. I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, we're not gonna see Luke. I hope not to see Luke.
No, you're gonna see Luke.
Oh, I mean, see him, but he's not gonna do anything.
But he's gonna be in the distance or whatever. So I think Obi-Wan is gonna be going off world, doing missions, coming back, doing something.
And then Darth Vader comes in.
Trying to hide other Jedis. I think. Well, we already know Hayden Christensen's in it.
Yeah, which is interesting because you're wearing a mask and you're burnt, so you didn't really need to be in it. But it's like, fine, sure,
whatever.
Sure. We'll give it to you.
It could have been anybody in the mask.
It really could have been anyone, but it's fun, sure.
Whatever. We all know he's coming back, so yeah, there'll be a Vader scene. Now he could be coming back for a flashback scene.
Flashbacks, yeah.
Star Wars doesn't really do flashbacks. So it'll be a dream sequence because they don't do flashbacks. But he could be coming back for a vision scene where they were having a conversation or something. They were talking about something.
That's the thing. It's gonna be a little bit of Darth Vader, a little bit of Hayden Christensen, and I want a Vader show where Vader is the main character, and it's not where it's like Loki, where he's a villain, but he's actually good.
No,
not even I want possible. A Vader show where Vader is bad and everyone's hiding from Vader. Don't even try to make a glimpse.
It's not even possible to make a show where he's like, "Oh, I still have some feelings."
But they would. I feel like they would. They'd be like, he has a little bit of feeling.
Then don't make it. Don't make that show. You know how they could make a Vader show though? This is how they make a Vader show. they can make a Vader show, but don't call it Vader. Okay, they can name it whatever they want to name it, Hunt for the Jedi's or whatever you want to call it. So it's not a Vader show, right? However, the main antagonist is Vader, and what you have is every other week you have different Jedi, trying to escape from Vader, and the word is getting around that this new person, they don't know who he is because he's new. He wasn't there before. All of a sudden, he just popped up. So then there's this rumor of this person, the Sith Lord. The Sith Lord is coming through, and we got to protect ourselves. We got to find refuge. Who is he? I'll challenge him. I'll take him. Yeah, whatever.
Vader.
But they don't know yet.
Yeah.
Right? It's new. They don't know who he is. They just know he's a Sith. So they're, he shows up. People are going to break out, and Vader does wreck shop. See, that way, since it's not called Vader,
right?
Vader's not the main. He's not the main protagonist. He's the antagonist in it. Every week you have a different protagonist in it.
Yeah.
And then you have to have one. You do have to have one,
like a
main person
that's like getting away
through, because
like
otherwise it's gonna be an anthology show. It's not gonna have a continuation.
Right.
But that's how you do it. That's how.
Dave Filoni, hello. Okay, we need to be getting paid. We're constantly giving you ideas. Our dad's constantly giving you ideas.
I'm telling you, that's how you do a Vader show. If they're not gonna do it that way, don't do it. Because I don't want to see Vader being soft. No. I don't want to see him being like, I feel good.
No.
Conflicted.
I want you to continue to choke people through the galaxy. Like what?
Across space.
That still gets to me. I need to watch that movie again. Through space. You said something wrong.
So that's what I'm telling you.
That'd be good though.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I wish they would do a Vader movie. I mean, a TV show. But I think because they know how big of a character Vader is and how beloved he is by everyone. Just the same thing as Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
They're very careful in what they're going to do with Vader.
That's
very
true.
Careful.
That is true.
They don't. And here's the thing too. Something is only mysterious when you only see a few times.
I know.
If you've seen Vader every week, after a while, it's like, it's Vader.
Because like 40, I think it's been 40 years later, we're still talking about Vader. Right.
So you can't give him every week, otherwise you'll just be like, okay, here comes Vader, right? Right. But if you leave him kind of mysterious, you don't know much what's going on. You want every time he shows up, you're like, it's
this
Vader.
is not a
it's
game.
Vader, but this is not. Oh, this is serious. When he showed up at the end of
Rogue One, that was that's the savor.
That's the best part of the movie. I put that movie on. I put that movie on and jumped the entire movie just to
skip to the end, just for that scene. That's a great scene.
I'm saying. So that's why you have to kind of leave him mysterious. But still, at some point, somebody needs to do something with Vader. You can't just let that character die.
Right, die off and that's it.
And then you don't ever show him again. So either you have to put him in a movie, a prequel movie, or you to create a show where he's only popping up here and there, but the main persons are having and hiding and running and communicating with each other. Yeah. And then Vader shows up every now and then, he's just wrecking shop.
Yeah. And maybe to keep it more mysterious, maybe it's like the Empire coming to get them and then he's just in the background like...
Yeah, leading the whole thing. Yeah. Man, they rewrote Rogue One because the original script for Rogue One had Vader coming down to the planet and wrecking shop, like cutting through all of the people on the planet, because you know how they blew it up with the Death Star.
Yeah.
Vader was supposed to come down looking for the girl, and then all these people were charging, and Vader's just chopping through them, crushing them. They rewrote it though because it was too violent.
Let me breathe for a second. Let me breathe for a second. So, why?
I don't know, man.
Why?
I don't know.
Because that would have been a beautiful scene. That's Homelander right there.
It'd have been crazy.
We need it. I feel like that's where to get that in season 4.
Yeah.
Bad Boys.
The Boys.
The Boys
only on season
3. Season 2. Okay. Yeah. So season 3, we need a Homelander going crazy. We're at season 3 now.
Yeah.
I can't wait till that show comes out because we'll definitely be talking about that.
Show,
yeah. But that's a Homelander kind of scene where it's like,
just running through people.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember when you watch the trailers for Rogue One, there's a bunch of stuff they show in the trailers.
Yeah, that's not there.
You never saw in the movie.
Yeah. I've seen that.
They rewrote it, and all kind of stuff.
They're like, we want it to be more wholesome. That's the problem that I have a little bit with Star Wars. They're still trying to cater to kids.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. You can't do live actions like that.
Yeah.
But Dave Filoni is now, he's been promoted to head of...
he's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
He's just Kevin Feige of Star Wars now. So
Yeah.
you're going to see a lot of better things happening. Before it was out of control.
It was all over the place.
It's going to be focused now.
Yeah.
Because Dave Filoni's there.
Yeah, and Mandalorian. I love Mandalorian, so that makes sense. It makes sense.
It's going to be awesome. So we'll see what they do with Obi-Wan. What they need to do is start cracking out some more shows.
Star Wars, you think so?
Yeah. They're losing their luster, man. They need to
Everyone's
crank up some
losing their
shows.
luster because Marvel's like,
Yeah.
you're really trying to catch up. It's too late.
Yeah,
we started. You know, the thing is, Marvel's like, we started in 2008. Y'all try to clown on us and be like, superhero movies, whatever. And now, y'all, the thing is, people on TikTok trying to catch up and be like, we're fans. We're Marvel fans. It's like, no, you weren't there from the jump.
They got a whole dance.
Oh yeah, that one dance with the
They got a whole dance from.
It's just like people want to be like, I know Marvel, and I'm like, do you really?
I know.
Have you watched all 23 movies? 4 shows, or
24
3
now.
shows,
24 now.
24 movies, and yeah, if you didn't watch the movie today, fake fan. No,
That's crazy.
That's so funny, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's Star Wars. Star Wars is. I'm a little annoyed with Star Wars because they have so much rich material that they could use, but they're afraid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. Someday they'll break away and let Kevin Feige is supposed to produce one.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, Kevin Feige is supposed to produce a Star Wars movie, a standalone movie.
Yeah, you need to focus on
Don't
Marvel.
worry about Kevin Feige, okay? But if he does produce one, you know it's gonna be off the chain.
It's gonna be good. Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
And yeah, the thing is, Star Wars does have a lot of content to go off of, and I wish they would do the franchise thing where they, like how Marvel is, where it's like everything's connected, which, everything is connected. I know that.
Yeah.
But, I'm not into it too much, so I guess I'm missing some things.
Yeah, the books and the cartoons.
No, I mean with the shows.
The shows are, but the problem with their connectivity problem, for me, they're so sparse. Like, shows are 10, 20 years apart, but then they try to put connective tissue between them. This is 20 years ago.
Yeah, right.
This little Easter egg you giving me right here, it's cute, but it doesn't have any stakes. It was 20 years ago.
Right.
Or it's too far apart. It's not. Marvel is every year. Like,
right.
It's every year.
It's
something's happening to this that means this, that means this. You're showing me something in Mandalorian. Well, Mandalorian is 6 years after. It's 6 years after episode 6 and 20 years before episode 7.
Right.
Nothing you're showing me here
matters.
Ties to anything.
Right.
It doesn't go into episode 7 to say if I see something in Mandalorian, it's that's why that happened.
That's
in episode
why that
7.
happened. Right.
No, it was 20 years before.
Right.
So it doesn't mean anything, right? They tried to do it with which the movie bombed, but it was a great movie, Han Solo. They tried to do it with Han Solo because they were supposed to make a Boba Fett movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were supposed to make, but it got canceled because Han Solo bombed. And in Han Solo, at the end credit scene, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Han Solo by now.
Yeah.
But in the end credit scene where you see Darth Maul, remember?
No.
You don't remember, huh?
I watched that one time, like forever
so at the
ago.
end credit scene, Darth Maul shows up and he reaches out and his double-bladed staff comes over. Well, they were supposed to be setting up the Boba Fett movie because Han Solo and Boba Fett has this competition for years. And that was going to be the connection. And when the Empire kind of fell apart a little bit, what's his name?
Darth Maul?
Darth Maul had this whole underground thing that he was running. I forget the name of the underground group that he was running. It was a whole thing he was supposed to do, tied to a bunch of other things, but
it didn't work out.
Han Solo failed.
I think they need to stop with this whole like Solo failed, but you need to keep going so people can be like, because Thor 2 failed. I mean, but they kept going. They still made it part 3 and they still went on with Marvel.
Star Wars, though, man. If you don't bring home $1 billion, it's a failure.
That's sad. And the thing is, 6, but then they want to go with 7, 8, 9.
Trash. Solo failed. The reason why Solo failed, to be honest with you, it wasn't Solo's fault because Solo was a good movie.
Right.
The reason why Solo failed is episode 8 was trash.
Right, yeah.
And then 6 months later, because they pulled it in, Han Solo was supposed to be a year
after
episode 8.
Yeah.
Okay? But they got greedy. So they pulled in Han Solo to make it 6 months after, 5 or 6 months after episode 8. It was trash.
Trash.
It left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. So when Solo came around, they were like,
I'm good. I'll catch it on streaming. I'll catch it on DVD.
Yeah,
whatever.
They didn't go. But when we went, it was like, this movie's actually pretty good.
I didn't watch it.
The movie was better than episode 8.
I mean, yeah.
Okay? So, but it just got a bad hit because people was like, nah, I'm not going to see that movie.
Yeah.
So if it waited a year, people would have been starved for Star Wars. And they'd have gone and watch it.
Right.
So,
sad.
It ain't Marvel yet, man.
It's not Marvel. And the thing is, nobody can catch up now because y'all wanted to clown on us. It's too late. The thing is, DC, y'all just throw everything away and start from Snyder Cut. I'm still going to say it over and over. Throw everything away, start from Snyder Cut. And 10 years from now, Injustice. 2030, Injustice. Just build it.
Yeah.
Make us love everyone. And then you know?
I don't know what the plan. I don't know what the plans are for DC, man. It's all over the place.
Just throw it away. Throw DC away.
DC's all over.
Because they have the solo DC stuff. They have another Suicide Squad. Joker 2 just because the money.
Oh man, I saw a trailer for Suicide Squad 2. I'm not feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it just because it has the name of DC on it. So. Like that. I'm still gonna watch it because it's superhero. You know.
I think I'm gonna wait for that. I think I'm gonna watch that one upstairs in the theater. In the theater room.
It's getting that bad now? It's getting to the point where...
I looked at the trailer for it. I was like, yo.
Margot Robbie.
I think I watched...
John Cena.
Dude, first of all, you should not have said John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. I think... No, he's in it,
but I don't think he's going to be in the whole movie.
No, he's a squatter.
I know, but I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to the end.
Oh, yeah.
He has a spin-off show that's coming on HBO Max. Same character. They're making like a 6-part TV series for him. So I don't think he's...
John Cena's character, not for even Margot Robbie's.
I guess he did a good job. Well, Margot Robbie's character is good in Suicide Squad. But,
by herself, that's true.
But that movie...
Oh, then Harley Quinn and the thing or whatever.
That was trash. Did you watch it?
I fell asleep. It was really bad.
It was trash. I couldn't finish it. I turned it off. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It was unwatchable.
I was so mad. We talked about this last week. We talked about this movie. It was just, it was really bad. I didn't like the narrative.
I turned it. I was like, I can't watch this. This is garbage.
Yeah.
I had to turn it off. So DC's got a long hill to climb.
Yeah, for real. You're at the bottom. You have to. The thing is, you've just had so many bad movies. I will give you Shazam. I'll be like, okay.
Shazam was good.
Yeah, see, I'll give it to you. Shazam was good.
They're shooting Black Adam finally.
I want to see that because I like Shazam.
The Rock's in it.
So yeah, that too. And the thing is, how is Joker good? How is Joker solo movie good? How is the Dark Knight solo movie good?
Joker was shot in real world.
That's the thing.
There was no powers or anything.
Right.
It was a real world psychological, which happens in the real world. People crack like that for real.
Right.
So it was real world. So everybody loved the Joker.
And that's the thing. I think that's the mindset that people have on DC is that it's really grounded.
Yeah.
How about we stick with that? How about we build off of that? What if
it's too late now.
No, it's not. Please.
They did Dark Side and all that.
Justice League is good. Snyder Cut is good, so it's not too late to be grounded and dark. Please.
Well, they're shooting the Flash right now.
I don't know. Just forget it.
They're shooting the Flash.
Like I like the Flash in Justice League Snyder Cut, but he's the funny character, so it's gonna be a funny movie.
Well, no, I don't think they're shooting it like the first, like Joss Whedon's version.
Yeah.
I think they're shooting it like Snyder's way.
Yeah.
Because in Snyder he wasn't a clown.
Where he's smart.
He was intelligent. He was a forensic scientist.
You're a forensic scientist, and you don't know how life works. That's like with the Peter Parker thing, Dad.
Yeah, I know. So Josh Whedon wrote it funny. I didn't like it. So no, it's gonna be good.
All right, well that's it for Bad Batch. We kind of went on a tangent.
We went on a different road.
Yeah. So we already give our reviews. So yeah, we're gonna move on to movie news.